Was a track star. Yeah, his mother,
His mom was a track star.
His mother, Betty, Jeremy, high jumped 5'8" here at Kentucky. That's still top 7 of all time.
Wow.
Yeah, so Collins has some track DNA in him there. Here's Tanner Fink, another fullback tight end type from Oldham County, North Oldham High School near Louisville, and he's repping these out here.
Man, he is.
You have to lock your elbows for him to count, though.
This is a really good display of endurance here.
Endurance is a great point there. But also, the longer-armed athletes have less likelihood to succeed in this drill because you got farther to push it out. How many did you get on this, Jeremy?
I think I was around that 19-20 mark, so I was below the average. I think for defensive ends, it's about 23.
Yeah.
So I was a few below.
Didn't hurt you.
No.
They liked other things you did, obviously. It's interesting, too, the camaraderie that you guys build in the weight room.
Fink just had 31 reps on the bench.
Oh, my.
That's a very good. Taco Meat Collins had 18. Fink with 31.
31.
5 flat for Will Tom.
Yep.
So he's right around that 4.95, 4.94 and a 5 flat on 2 clocks. That's about right for Taco Meat.
Tanner Fink, former
Tanner Fink is a sneaky good athlete here with 30 repetitions on the bench press and a 4.81. His goal, post-football
That's a really
goal,
good start.
is
Good
to be a
long first step.
commercial airline pilot.
So he wants to fly here and then fly again.
That's right. What'd you say, Jeremy? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Whoa.
that first step that he had, it was powerful, it was long and explosive.
4,
They're
7,
not surprised.
JD Harmon. Like I told you guys, he didn't start, but he really was a starter. But I'm telling you right now, I think JD met with like 5 or 6 teams having dinner with him the last 2 days. Marcus McWilson. You got some teams who play like with that safety down in the box. They think Marcus is an absolute freak, and they're running a 4.47 today.
Yes.
Liaison, former football freakish athlete who wowed him at drills such as this. You can see now the cones are out, the shuttles. Guys, explain what people are looking for here.
JoJo Kemp just had a 4.37 in the L drill here. On the shuttle. You go back, you touch, and this is showing fluidity in the hips. This is what this is. When we talk about when Jeremy and I are on signing.
He had to tell he slowed up. And you run until they tell you to stop. You want them to say, hey, you don't have to run to the end zone. You let them tell you that. You don't want to have to make that mistake and let them correct you.
Boom Williams.
This is the only job fair you're getting.
Right.
These guys aren't coming back.
Yes, indeed.
Boom not asked to catch the football very much. JoJo a little bit more in his career at Kentucky. Looked it all the way in.
And both of these guys will have to do that at the next level. Just because of their size, I don't think they'll want to keep on the field for every down. That'll be an opportunity for you to be called upon and gives your team some value, some third down, be able to catch the ball, give your team a little option.
In today's NFL, everybody has to be able to catch the ball, it would seem.
That's one of the reasons why we've kind of seen the shift away from the fullbacks to the more tight end, the hybrid, that hybrid size back that can get out there and extend with his arm or with his hands and his after catch ability.
Well, and Kentucky did that somewhat this year as well, lining the tight ends up in the offensive backfield.
And if you think about it right now, the most valuable running back in the NFL right now is Le'Veon Bell, and that's what he does. That's exactly what he does. Lines up in the slot, lines up outside, lines up in the backfield.
Got to account for him.
Right. You always have to.
Now Boom Williams.
Yeah, they're not putting Boom out there on third downs to pick up blockers.
No, sir. No, sir.
But his blocking did get markedly better throughout his career, I thought.
It did.
This young man could always block.
See, both of those guys caught the ball with their body. I'd like to see them catch it out with your hands. Like right now, there's no defense. There's nobody coming around. The ball is at your numbers. That's a perfect opportunity for them to show you why you have hands and what you can do with them. Exactly.
Catch it with the hands.
Well, you know, we all grew up in the backyard catching it into the body.
Yeah,
you know, I got to think that's a tough habit to break.
These are some good balls that are being thrown to these guys as well. This isn't Freddie Maggard throwing them.
Wow.
I was wondering why they come out. So we couldn't see who was actually throwing the ball. So I was wondering.
Ryan Timmons with another shot.
You see those slot receivers doing that a lot in the NFL.
Yeah.
Getting right inside those hashes, catching it, and turning right upfield.
You heard a loud pop. I can hear the pop in there when he caught the ball. I like the fact that he came back for the ball, but I would like to hear a little more of a softer feeling when he catches the ball. Everything else was good, though, with the hands. So that's the third time Boomis went out for a route and caught the ball with his body. Like I said, I would like for you to, whatever you have to do to get your hands underneath you, turn your hands downward and catch the ball. Because like I said, right now there's no defense, so they don't know what you're going to do in the game situation when you're expected to catch the ball. They had never seen you really catch it with your hands.
You would think that would be something that they would be doing, knowing that may be what the scouts are looking for, to see players catching it with their hands and not their body.
It's something that they have to
practice,
take on themselves.
Yeah.
My freshman year, I was terrible about catching the ball. It was on my body. I had a rough time, but there's a lot of things going through my head. When we got a coach in that said, we're going to throw the ball, and for you to be on the field, you have to catch it. Nobody would ever, if you've ever seen my freshman college film,
I was there.
Everything.
I was there.
I dropped everything. Most of it, I think, was nerves.
Yeah.
Because I was pretty athletic. I played basketball and a lot of sports, so I could catch, and I had good hands. But for some reason, I couldn't. But when the coach came in and said, if you don't catch it, man, we were on a jugs machine, a tennis ball machine. Any opportunity you had to put your hands to work, we were
there. It is.
Man,
there
look at that.
That's what they're looking for.
Talking about this shift of the NFL to the slot receiver sets, and you see these players, the Cole Beasleys, the Andrew Hawkins, the the Welkers, the Edelmans, I mean, these players, I mean, it's almost like they're unguardable right now in this NFL. It's so vital for an NFL team that is playing in some of these queen sets to find that slot that can keep the chains moving.
It's the hips and the hands. If you can get 3 to 4 yards and catch the ball, 2nd and 6 or 2nd and 5 is very manageable in the NFL. Very manageable.
Catching with his hands.
And doing a great job on that drill, Tanner Fink.
He is.
You even see a lot of teams going to shotguns and things like that in the red zone, on the goal line, because, I mean, it just keeps the defense off balance.
It's safe to say at this point that Tanner Fink has helped himself in terms of establishing that he's a good athlete. He's catching the ball out of the backfield. He threw up 30 reps on the bench press. He ran a 4.8 and came back and ran a 4.75.
Wow.
I mean, at 6'2", 250 pounds.
That's the buzz over. That's the buzz over there on the field. That everybody's Fink, and I had to stop and ask the guy. Fink, I don't remember him, making very many plays. I know we talked about some fullback sets, and they were saying,
weren't that many.
His name has been talked about a lot over there. There's buzz going for him.
It's a nice grab by Ryan Timmons.
He's impressing right now. I could just sitting here watching this. This is a great day for him.
Ryan Timmons was looking like the freshman Ryan Timmons that we saw when he first got here. I know throughout his last couple years he had a couple of problems here and there catching the ball, but this is exactly what you want to do. There's no defense there. There's no equipment on. Just naturally, what can you do? Just show your natural ability. They would give you the work and opportunity for you to prove yourself.
And that's a route that I don't know that we ever saw Boom run at Kentucky, so they're asking him to do some things that really aren't in his comfort zone, which is a good thing if he can adapt.
Looking over his shoulder.
Yep, exactly.
Because if you get a mismatch, you want to be able to capitalize on it. That's what the NFL is about. It's taking advantage of other mismatches and mistakes. If it takes a wheel route to get you open, so be it.
Yeah.
And Mr. Fink will try to impress again. This time out of the three-point stance.
Sit in there, don't fade away from the ball on that. He kind of started fading back as he was catching it. Yeah.
Now Taco Meat. Probably the best nickname on the team. Even better than Boom.
I wonder why Tanner didn't.
That was nice. Over the shoulder with hands.
Yeah.
I wonder why Tanner didn't run the wheel there.
I don't know.
Maybe he wants to save his energy for the next round. You know what I noticed? I was watching the defensive line over there running. We had one guy. And I said, they're wearing this guy out. Everybody else has another guy you can wait and watch and get some mental reps while he's doing it. And they were just over there wearing him out. Miggins.
There it is.
He's looking really good. He's looking really good.
And those feet in bounds.
And another thing I think these guys have to keep in perspective, if your college career didn't go the way it wanted to go, sometimes the team requirements of the team called for you different things.
Right.
Maybe you weren't supposed to be the focal point. Maybe you were being double teamed a lot, so your stats didn't show. This is an opportunity to show naturally. If you put me in a position, I can capitalize for you. That's what you wanted to know.
Yeah.
And I think Timmons is doing a great job of that. Fink as well, because I hadn't heard much about the guy.
No. They didn't ask him to do much in this offense.
That was a good catch. I would like to see him catch it over the outside of his shoulder, but he is a running back and not a receiver. But he did catch it softly and secure.
Fink again.
Well, Will here.
Caught it with
not
all
bad.
hands, too.
Yeah.
All hands.
There's the wheel route you wanted to see.
Yes, indeed. Get that big guy with the, well, I guess the only person you can have chasing him is a defensive end or something.
And, you know, in all fairness, we might have seen more thrown to the fullbacks had Drew Barker remained healthy.
Right.
But the offense had to change, had to shift. We would have seen more throws to the tight end, or tight ends, I should say, plural. But when Barker went down, they had to basically, I won't say throw out the playbook, but they highlighted a different chapter, if you will, for Steven Johnson.
Yeah, with the triple option, or just the ability of to run the wildcat and different things like that, I don't think that we're going to have a threat with the tight end.
Right. But I think you'll see more. Now, he did throw 3 touchdown passes to C.J. Conrad the first game he played in, Steven Johnson.
Yeah,
but you just, you know, I think you'll see more of that coming up, especially, who was the first name that Vince Merrill brought up when he was talking about players?
Riggs.
Yeah. You know, so he keeps
bringing the third string guy.
Yeah. Yeah, who redshirted this year. So
Justin Riggs, he's raving on Riggs. Been raving on him from day one.
Oh my gosh.
Well, make sure my back to get some of those catches as well while you're throwing the ball to everybody.
Boom struggling a bit on that particular
just looking the ball in and
getting
trying to get his hands on it. He's using his body a lot to try and you know, to try and catch the ball.
I tell you what, that's the toughest catch for, I don't know about a receiver, but for me as a running back, running to your left, that's the toughest catch. I don't know what it is about the way this hand is turned. I'm right-handed, but running to your left, catching the ball out in front of you is a tough. You don't really know how to do your hand.
Your lead hand is your left hand.
Yeah, it is tough. That is a tough catch.
Nice job. It's going to be really interesting to see this Kentucky team this upcoming year with some of the guys coming in, the red shirts and true freshmen, but they're not going to be thrown into the fire as these guys were as true freshmen 4 years ago.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.